Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
I got a report from the USTR last night that more than 50 countries have reached out to the president to begin a negotiation. But they're doing that because they understand that they bear a lot of the tariff. And so I don't think that you're going to see a big effect on the consumer in the U.S. because I do think that the reason why we have a persistent long-run trade deficit is these people have very inelastic supply. They've been dumping goods into the country in order to create jobs, say, in China.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's going on, family? Let's pull this up. It's happening. Playing chess. What they say? How they say it? Playing chess, not checkers. Did I say it right? What's going on, family? I hope y'all are having an amazing weekend, an amazing week, month. And 2025 is going well for you all and your family. I love y'all. If you're new here, join the family. Don't give a damn what your skin color is, what you look like. If you got a lazy eye, if you got a limp in your leg, don't care. We got love for everybody, and we are wishing the best and for everybody, all you guys, man. We are rooting for this administration. We are rooting for America. Simple. We are rooting for America. No other way around it. And we just keep winning. Are you tired of winning yet? Well, we got just a little break. It's not going to be a long video. But a lot of breaking news is happening every single hour, man. For President Trump, the Trump administration. And we send our prayers out, man. Again, we send our prayers out because we are rooting for this administration. And a lot has happened just in the last couple of weeks of his second term. And again, you guys, he's doing exactly what he campaigned on. This is exactly what we voted for, but we are against the media, the fake news, the lies, the bias, the fear mongering. They can't tell the truth and just gaslight Americans, gaslight everybody, but completely silent during the Biden administration when things were just completely out of control. Record high inflation, the border. I mean, everything. And then told everybody to stay woke, and we're doing such a great job. But everything is blown up with President Trump. And I think we've seen more cameras at the White House than we've ever seen before. On Air Force One, I tell you, man, the man is getting interviewed. I feel like he's getting interviewed like 20. There's like 30 interviews that drop every single day of this man and his administration. I'm just saying, you talk about transparency. Let's talk about transparency. Well, breaking, Taiwan is offered 0 tariff trade deal to the United States. Yeah. Here it is, you guys. And we've talked about these tariffs. We see the market. And again, we tell you guys, just trust the process, man. I know a lot of people are focused on right now. And then especially how the media and the fake news, how they twist things and throws things way over here. It's just, and now you see, people just have lost their mind. These activists, it's ridiculous, man. But just now, Trump says tariffs won't go away unless our trade deficit with that country improve. Let's check this out.
Spoken when they look at the fact that we have $1 billion trade deficit. When you look at the trade deficit that we have with certain countries, way over $1 billion per country. But with China, it's $1 trillion. And we have to solve our trade deficit with China. We have $1 trillion trade deficit with China. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year we lose with China. And unless we solve that problem, I'm not going to make a deal. Now, I'm willing to deal with China, but they have to solve their surplus. We have a tremendous deficit problem with China. They have a surplus of at least $1 trillion a year. I think it's like $1.1 trillion. And I want that solved. And no other president's taken it on. I had to take it on the last time, and then we had a rigged election. No other president's taken it on. And so China is, they say the market's woken. China is right now taking a big hit because everyone knows we're right. They have to pay tariffs because otherwise we have a surplus, and they have a surplus with us that is not sustainable.
Mr. President.
And we're talking about $1 trillion. You know that, right? We're not going to lose $1 trillion for the privilege of buying pencils from China.
EJT, man. In the flesh, in the blood, man. This is exactly why they didn't want this man in, man. Everything that he's doing, everything he talks about, man. Everything that he campaigned on. EJT. And it seems like Democrats, approved what Trump is doing and what he's been talking about for 4 decades. They got all these old footages are coming up of these Democrats, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Obamas, and we know what they said about government efficiency. That and they honestly back in the day they really approve of what Doge is doing, but it's Trump and Elon Musk, so they're the bad guys. The orange man is bad, but seems like 53% approval rating for Trump. Voters are getting what they want. We're getting exactly what we voted for. The man is doing exactly what he campaigned. It's crazy. The man, we actually have a president that's doing exactly what he campaigned on. Exactly what he said during the campaign. Promises made, promises kept. And there it is. There it is.
And defend South Korea. Can someone explain to me? We protect and defend South Korea. And in exchange, they steal our automobile industry, they steal our electronics industry. We protect and defend Japan, and in exchange, they close their market to our cars. We protect and defend Canada, and they run up a massive trade deficit with us. We protect and defend all of Europe at a cost of trillions of dollars over time, and what do? They run an over $300 billion trade deficit with the United States. Why should America protect the world, send foreign aid to the world, defend the world, provide for the world, and in exchange, get ripped off by every other country in the world? And what do we have to show for it? The deindustrialization of the heartland, the destruction of the American dream, the eradication of our industrial and manufacturing base that we need for our national security, and the crushing of the American dream. It has to stop, not to mention $36 trillion in debt.
Woo! That's something for you. Mr. Miller is on top of his game, on point with that one, huh? Why should America protect the world, send foreign aid to the world, defend the world, provide for the world, in exchange, just be ripped off by every other country in the world? Oh boy. Trump is at another, what is this? Trump won another golf tournament, but as Taiwan and Vietnam drop tariffs on U.S. to 0%, India is now negotiating a new trade deal with the U.S. 50 countries have called the White House to negotiate trade agreements. That's some serious winning. You got Trump. We actually have a president that actually is running the country. What a beautiful thing. We actually know who's running the country. Nobody's falling down, going on vacation, falling asleep. And even if he's swinging at the golf course, we're still making progress. Trust the process. Even at the golf course. Yes, indeed. I'm here for it, you guys. I am here for it. You know. But they're trying to do everything they can, man, to block this man, these activists. You know, people spoke loud and clear, man. You know, common sense. And he's been speaking on the thing. What he's doing right now, he's been speaking on this for a very long time, decades. And he's been for America first for a very long time. The businessman.
I think, unless they pay a big price, and the big price is tariffs. And he'd speak like that, but he was right. And then around in the early 1900s, they switched over stupidly to, frankly, an income tax. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs. Please don't. You know, they, believe me, they control our politicians. If you look at the kind of numbers that these guys make then and now, but we had a commission meeting in the, I think it was 1887. Think of this problem. We were so rich, we had so much money, we didn't know what to do. So they set up a blue ribbon commission on tariffs. And the sole purpose is what to do with all the money we had. We were so rich because we were taxing other people for coming in and taking our jobs. And China does it. That's what China did. If you want to open a factory and sell cars, if you build a factory here or have a factory, they don't take our cars. They wouldn't take our cars. But if you build a plant in China, you can do that. Elon did that. By the way, Elon is great. That guy is such a great guy. I think you're a fan of Elon. Him. He is from a different planet. He's the greatest guy. That rocket coming in.
This is why Democrats are outraged over tariffs. Trump revealed that the only reason we're still paying an income tax in America is because U.S. politicians are paid off by foreign countries to not mandate tariffs. Anyone complaining about tariffs is selling you out. Anyone complaining about tariffs is selling you out. In the early 1900s, they switched over to a stupid income tax. Stupid. That's what Trump says, man. And you know why? Because countries were putting a lot of pressure on America. We don't want to pay tariffs. Believe me, they control our politicians. If you look at that kind of number that these guys are making then and now, we are all literally paying an income tax because U.S. politicians are taking bribes from foreign countries to enrich themselves. You should be furious. Yeah. But once again, Taiwan has agreed to drop all tariffs on the United States, joining India, Israel, Vietnam, Cambodia, who also intend to zero out their tariffs. Over 50 countries have called to negotiate with Trump so far. And there it is. We're going to continue to bring you guys the best updates, let you know what's going on. Again, we are rooting for America. We are rooting for we the people, for you guys, your families, a better way of life, a better life, common sense. Simple. America first. That's what we're rooting for. And we send our prayers to Trump and the Trump administration, man. There has to be somebody to stand up against the corrupt system, the machine. There has to be somebody to stand up. And I believe this is what we're going. This is what we're seeing take place right now. And this is why you see them working so hard, man. These paid actors, these activists, Democrats. Right now. But let me know what y'all think. Are you tired of winning yet? Let me know. But God bless you all and your families. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love, family.